Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. My name is Rebecca, and if you're new here, I post videos all about luxury, beauty, lifestyle. So if you're into that kind of content, then definitely hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what fits inside the Louis Vuitton Toiletry Bag 25. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can pack this as a makeup bag, as just a toiletry bag, and I'm also going to show you how some full-size items fit in here in case you want to use this and you check your bag so you don't need to worry about the TSA liquid restrictions. And I'm also going to show you how this bag will fit into various carry-on bags, including the Neverfull MM. But I'm going to show you how it fits inside a carry-on suitcase, since that is something I noticed most videos don't show, and if you're traveling, that is going to be probably you might put it in a suitcase. So if you want to see all of that, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I am in a different location than I normally film today, and the main reason for that is because in a second I'm going to move to the floor and we're going to go ahead and go through the what fits portion of this video. But first and foremost, I want to give you a little bit of background info in case you did not see my unboxing video, which I will have linked below in case you want to see it. But this bag does retail for $705 US before tax in the United States. Obviously, I just said US dollars. And it does come in two canvases to my knowledge, and that is the monogram, which I have here, and it also comes in the damier ebene. Now, if you are somebody that worries about vachetta or you intend to use this in the bathroom or near water often, then you should probably opt for the damier ebene versus this one, since there is a little bit of vachetta on both sides. Now, I do intend to use this for travel, but I don't really intend to keep it in a bathroom all the time, so I'm not that concerned about the vachetta getting any water spots. I was interested in the damier ebene version of this first, but when I saw this one in the store, I just really do love monogram SLGs. I think they look so cute and I just love it. So that is basically the details on this bag. It does feature a wipeable interior, and there is one zippered pocket on the inside. So when we get into the what fits portion, I will, kind of go show you everything and how I intend to use this bag. Now, I do want to point out that I will be taking a trip in the near future, and I do intend to do some pack with me style videos. So definitely subscribe if you want to see me pack this for an actual trip. Right now, this is obviously hypothetical, so if you want to see that and see my full pack with me for my trip, more than just this, then definitely subscribe. So anyway, let's go ahead and switch views, and we're going to start packing this baby up. Alright, so we are now down on the floor, and I'm going to be showing you how different items do fit inside of this bag. So first, really quick, I'm just going to show you what some full-sized items look like inside of it. I don't intend to use this bag with full-size items, but I know some people might. So this is a full-size Bumble and Bumble hair product. So as you can see, it does fit in there, and you still have a decent amount of space left. Here's another full size. So that also, they fit in side by side on the bottom, which that's pretty nice, and you do still have a little bit of space right here. The one thing I will say that I'm noticing about this toiletry bag already is that it obviously doesn't just stay open. Something like the Nice BB would be probably better if you're looking for something that stays open, but for me, once I get to a location like my toiletries and stuff, I usually unpack and then just leave out and then pack in. So it's not like I really need this to be open all the time. And for makeup purposes, again, I would take out what I need, use it, and then put it back in. So here is also a full-size toner that can fit in, but as you see, with those full-size products, we are starting to use up a decent amount of the space. So then we'll throw in, this is my full-size sunscreen, full-size lotion, a full-size leave-in conditioning product, my eye cream, which this is also full size, but obviously eye creams are tiny. So pretty much right here, this is about it. I mean, yes, you could squeeze in a couple little things up in the top here, but this is pretty much packed full. So like I said, with full size items, you're not gonna fit as much as you would with, you know, travel size items. So let's take all that out. Okay, so next I'm gonna show you what this would look like with just toiletry items. Okay, so I have a bunch of toiletry items in front of me, as well as the bag, of course. Now, mind you, like I mentioned, I do have a trip coming, and I will be packing this how I intend to pack it when I do that video. This is just for demonstration purposes, so I don't have everything here that I would actually probably need, but we're gonna just pretend. So, I think the ideal thing to do would be to pack the bigger items on the bottom and then bring your smaller items on top. So I have this Travel EOS shaving cream. The reason I bought this was actually for my trip, because I do have a travel size skin to mitt, but look at the size difference in the packaging. So whether I'm using this for my toiletries or something else, this is huge, whereas this is very slim. So we will go ahead and stick that down on the bottom, and we have a ton of space left. Then I have my sunscreen, which this is a full size, but it meets TSA requirements because it's only 1.7. Now, I'm the type of person that does not check a bag usually. I think in our upcoming trip we will be checking a bag, but this will definitely not be going in a checked bag, just because I would be way too paranoid the whole flight if it would get lost. So this is gonna stay on my person. So anything that goes in here does need to meet the TSA liquid requirements. So I went ahead and put that in, and if you notice, I angled it the other way because now I'm getting to utilize more space in here. So then we'll take our next bigger item, and now I don't think I'll actually be bringing this entire pot. I think I'm gonna buy travel size pots that I can transfer this into, because this is quite bulky and I don't need this whole thing, even though it does technically meet TSA limits. It's only 1.7 fluid ounce. So I think what I would do for this is I would just set this down here on the bottom, like right next to everything else. Yeah, I mean, you see it does take up a decent amount of room. So our next biggest items would be, we are going to pretend that one of these is a shampoo, one of these is a conditioner. Again, I believe I'm actually going to buy like more of these type things because I use the Olaplex. These are just things I've gotten at, you know, stocking stuffers through the years, but this will do for like demonstration purposes. So these are both 3 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and sit these flat on top of the shaving cream and the sunscreen. So then I could actually probably fit, let's see, I'm gonna open up the zipper pocket in here and see how deep it is. So it's not super deep, but it does actually, so it actually does open up to where it extends most of this, surprisingly. So I have this travel pack of makeup wipes, and let's see, oh yeah, that fits in there, no problem. And I know it's hard for you to see, so I put it in here so you can fit things up here and you can fit it down here. So once I put this in, you know, it goes up to the top a little bit. So that's perfect. Then I think I could also fit a floss back there. It's because that's a relatively flat item. I don't want to put anything too bulky in this pocket because I don't, you know, obviously I don't want to put any unnecessary wear on it. Then I think I could probably fit my travel toothpaste in with that stuff as well, and it won't be bulky. So that's great because then I can get those things out of the way. Let's see if this razor will fit down in there. I don't like how bulky it's making it, so we're gonna go ahead and take that out of there. So I have my wipes, the toothpaste, and floss. We're gonna go ahead and zip that up. So that's all tucked away and it's not really taking up any extra space. So then I do have some of these like cotton rounds because I'm gonna put toner inside of one of these. So we're gonna pretend like this has something in it. And actually, I could take out the number of these that I will need. I'm only going to need 2 per day. And now at home, I do use reusable versions of this, but for travel purposes, I want to just use disposable ones because then I don't have to worry about bringing home the used cotton ones. So we're actually going to go ahead and take out just a handful of them. We'll take out like this many, and then I will see about opening up this back pocket again, and we'll split them in half. Let's see if I can just kind of tuck these. Yep, so those fit, and again, it's not making it too bulky or anything. Obviously, when I'm actually packing this up, I would probably be a little more strategic, but it doesn't really take up that much space. So now we have a lot of smaller items. So we're gonna pretend that we have toner in this. I'll go ahead and probably, let's see what I can scoot around. So I could stand that up in here, over here, and we're gonna pretend this is a body wash, like a travel body wash. I can stand that up as well. I wanna make sure that there's no bulging. I wanna keep the shape and the integrity of the item. I know some people overpack their items, and if you wanna do that, then definitely go ahead, it's your piece. But I try not to, do anything that's going to distort any zippers or the canvas. So I did go ahead and stand those 2 things up in here. Then just for the sake of the video, I do have this disposable toothbrush. This will fit in here down, it fits in there. I don't know if you can see it, it's right there. Then we have a travel deodorant, so we can fit that on top. And then I know this isn't a toiletry, but with everything going on in the world, this is a travel Lysol, so if you get to where you're going and you want to like spray something down, that'll fit in here as well. We have the eye cream. Now, mind you, I also don't have a face wash in here. So how about we just we'll take another like travel deodorant. This is for men. Obviously, I do keep some of these things for my boyfriend too. We'll pretend this is another travel bottle for body wash. Then we have travel mouthwash. Then we have a razor, a full-size razor. And then I have some hand sanitizer. Now this is gonna be like on me somewhere, not on my toiletry, but just for the sake of the video, I wanna show you that it can fit. So now, let's zip her up and make sure nothing is distorted. All right, so she is completely packed full with some toiletry items. Now, I am noticing a little bit of like something pressing in here. Let me see if that's the pocket. So it's just one of the toiletries. Now, you're not gonna be able to totally avoid that, but I don't mind because it's not putting like too much wear on the bag. And obviously, once if I were to use, one of those travel pots, I wouldn't have that huge moisturizer in here, but it does fit. So that is how that all fits. I have every single toiletry I would need on a trip, and it all fits in here, no problem. And could you fit like some other small things? Like, let's see. Say you want to bring 2 toothpaste. You can fit that in there. That is in there, no problem. Say you want to bring some tissues. That would fit, and let's see if we can still zip her up. Yep, she still zips, and that's holding a ton. This is one of the reasons I did go with this one over some of the other toiletry options that Louis Vuitton has. Now, I'm not saying down the road maybe I wouldn't buy one of the other options, but I figured this was going to be the best first toiletry piece. I do have the Toiletry 15, but I use it as a catch-all. That is definitely not like a toiletry bag. I did get this one because I feel like it does hold a ton. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out everything we have in here just so you can see it visually. All right, so these are all of the things that we were able to fit inside of the toiletry bag. I mean, that is a ton. And that's the other thing too, is these items, these are all pretty decent sized items. Now, I am gonna get like different travel size bottles for my shampoo and conditioner, and they might even be smaller than this, which again, I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna use this piece for my toiletries on my upcoming trip. I think I'm gonna use it for makeup, but nonetheless, it fits all of these items no problem. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, and then I'm gonna show you how makeup fits inside of it. Okay, so now I have a bunch of makeup items in front of me, and I have the toiletry bag empty. So one thing I do want to mention is that I am just going to show you a bunch of different options, because one thing I noticed among pretty much all of the toiletry bag related videos I was watching, you know, Louis Vuitton toiletry bags, a lot of people weren't showing you how different sized palettes fit inside these bags. And it was kind of frustrating when I was trying to decide what I wanted, because I didn't know, you know, if some of my different shaped palettes would fit. So I'm going to show you a few different options, and we're going to just play around with this so that way you have all the facts. So I do have all of my brushes put inside this like Jeffree Star and Morphe pouch. I do want to just see if it will fit. Okay, so it does fit down in here. Now, it may seem silly to like put that inside, which I probably wouldn't do. I'd probably just keep this separate, but I do want to just show you that it can fit in here and you can put things around it. So let's just do that really quick and let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the items in here. That would be more for like my minimal, you know, full face. So in the zipper pocket back here, what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and take my brow pencil, a lip liner, my liquid liner, and I did not bring my regular pencil liner, but you get the gist. So I'm going to stick those in the pocket, and then, let's see, no. Okay, so I'm going to just stick those in the pocket, and we'll call it that. We'll call that what it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to stick my primer. Actually, no, that's going to go on top. So first, let's see how this naked palette fits. I feel like a lot of people have palettes that are this size. So let's stick that down next to the pencils, and voila, where is it? It's over here. It does indeed fit. So then I have, we'll say we have my foundation stick, concealer, mascara. These are all small, so I don't think I want to start with those. So for travel purposes, I do have this NARS palette that has a bronzer, blush, and highlight all in one, so I could use something like this and just stick that, probably, I guess, I'm thinking, I guess I could probably just stick this on top of the items in here. I could even do the same thing with that, but again, this Jacqueline thing takes up so much space. So anyway, then we have my powder foundation, which I could just kind of set towards the back here and just have it like not pushed all the way down. That way it's not creating any force. Then we have my face primer. Then I have two little mini eyeshadow palettes that could easily fit in here as well. Then we have the mascara, concealer, foundation. We can probably fit the setting powder, which surprisingly enough, this is TSA compliant because it is only 2.8 ounces. So we'll go ahead and set that on top. Then we have, we'll just say, 3 different lip options, and we can zip her up. Let's see how that feels. So that is a full face of makeup with brushes all in this bag. Now that's one palette, one full-size palette, 2 mini palettes, 1 mascara, 1 eyeliner, 1 lip liner, 3 lip options, and 1 face palette that has your blush, highlighter, and bronzer all in one. So let's go ahead and now unpack her, and we're going to try some oh, and it also has your setting spray and face primer. So now, and then the other thing too that I could do is actually get another one of those little travel pots and just put a little bit of this in one of those. That way I don't have this huge bulky packaging, but it did fit, so that's good news. So let's take everything out and we will do some different options. So let's say now you weren't going to put this inside your toiletry bag and you want to fit more palettes or whatever. So I also have these different size palettes. I have the Dominique Cosmetics, which this is actually like bulkier or wider than the Naked. Then I have these Tarte palettes because I feel like these are also like another shape palette that you would probably have. So we can go ahead and fit the Dominique in there. And let's say we want to bring one of the Tarte palettes. Then let's say I do want to bring the Jacqueline palette really badly. And I did bring this full size like powder in case you wanted to see how that looks. So it can in fact fit in there. And let me also point out that I still have my eyeliner, lip liner, and brow pencil all in this zipper pocket, since that is where I would keep those. Let's say then you also wanted to bring a single shadow. That can fit down in there. Then we have our primer. I'm setting that right on top of that full size powder. Then we have our compact. That fits in there. These mini palettes, those fit. We have our foundation, 3 lip options, and concealers. That all fits in there, and I don't think, oh yeah, then your setting spray will also fit in there, and it all zips up. So in here right now I have 2 mini palettes, 2 full-size palettes, that big Morphe setting spray, my full big powder in case you do use loose powder. I also have my full-size primer, my mascara, concealer, 3 lip options. So it fits a ton of makeup, really. I personally wouldn't need all of these things with me. I used to really tend to overpack my makeup bag, but I was noticing during my travels, I really didn't put that much time into doing full faces of makeup. I would do makeup, or there'd be days when I didn't, because when I'm traveling, I really want to put the most time into seeing the places that I'm spending money to see. So I think for this upcoming trip that I have, I'm going to just be bringing very minimal makeup. So I could probably even fit this in here with all the makeup I want to bring. But again, subscribe so you don't miss that in the future. That will be coming in the near future. I don't want to say exactly when, because I don't know exactly when the video will go up, but that is pretty much, how I intend to use it. I'm not going to be bringing, 3-4 palettes. I might not even bring something of this size. I might go ahead and just bring the NARS palette. So, just want to make sure I have everything I need, but nothing too excessive. So yeah, so that is everything that can fit inside of this bag. I hope that that gives you guys a really nice idea of the different size palettes and things that you can fit in here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and show you how this toiletry item fits into different size travel bags, such as my away bag, my away carry-on bag, and my Neverfull MM. So let me clean this up and we'll be right back. Okay, so first and foremost, let's go ahead and see what this looks like inside a Neverfull MM. Now, this, obviously a lot of people do tend to travel with the GM version of this, but I only have the MM right now. So I just want to show you how this will fit in here. And with the bag organizer, which is not really taking up that much space, as you can see, this pretty much takes up the entirety of the bag. I mean, you can go ahead and fit like your wallet, maybe a PM agenda, another small item in here, and you have these pockets. So it's definitely doable if you want to travel like this and, carry this on your person, then it definitely fits in this bag. I am a huge fan of away luggage. This is an away bag. I will have exactly what this is linked in the description, as well as a referral link. Everybody is welcome to sign up and get a referral link, so this is not just like an influencer specific thing. If you purchase, you get $20 off, and I will get $20 to spend on away. I highly do recommend their luggage. I do intend to do maybe like a full review video now that I have actually owned the carry-on suitcase, and I have actually used this on, I think I've used this on 2 trips now. So anyway, I just want to show you how it fits inside something like this, in case you don't travel with like a Louis Vuitton purse. So basically, this bag is very spacious. It has a spot for a laptop. You can fit a ton in this bag. I just want to show you how this fits in here. So, as you can see, there is a lot of extra space in this versus what the MM bag had. This is much bigger. I could, honestly, if this was taller, I could probably fit the MM in here, but it's not tall enough. So that is how this fits in here. I could fit probably like a coat, a water bottle, I could fit my laptop, I could fit my wallet, I could fit so many things in here with this. So if I were to be traveling with this, I would probably go ahead and put my toiletry bag in here, honestly, just because sometimes when you fly, if the flight is full, even though you do get a free carry-on, they will sometimes force you to check it at the gate. So I would probably, but you can always keep your personal item because this does fit in the seat underneath. So you will always have that. You'll never have to check that. So I would probably go ahead and keep this in either my purse if I'm bringing like a tote bag like the MM, or I would keep it in this. So I have plenty of space for everything else I would carry in here. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how this does fit inside the away carry-on suitcase, because some people may want to just put it in their carry-on and, you know, even if they have to check it, they will put it in here. So I know the angle is not the best. I just want to show you how it fits on one side. So you open her up, and this, I'm trying to see, okay. So this is the mesh side. So this is where I would put something like a toiletry bag, my hair iron, shoes. I would go ahead and put all that in here. There is some sand in here, probably from shoes. So the wheel casing does kind of pop up right here, so you could put it at the top, you know, on top of whatever you put down here. And that is actually probably what I would do if I was putting this in here, because obviously when you stand the suitcase up, all the weight is going to come down to here. So I would definitely put this more at the top. So it does fit perfectly. Actually, it's almost the exact width of this. So it fits perfectly up here. I hope you guys can see that okay. Fits perfectly, and then I would have my clothes and I could close it up, and that's great. And this right here is awesome because it will compress down everything, all your clothes, so you're not really gonna get too much weight being pushed on here. So yeah, it fits in here, no problemo. And like I said, it pretty much fits exactly in here. And yeah, so it can in fact fit inside a carry-on suitcase. And it does take up a good amount, I will say, which is why I would definitely put this inside of, like, you know, my carry-on personal item or my tote bag, because this is taking up a lot of space, and I can definitely maximize this with more things. You know, like I said, I have, you know, shoes, I have hair tools, I have just different things. So I would, like I said, I would definitely carry this on me in my personal item versus in here. But in case you are somebody that wants to put it in here, it can fit. All right, so now that is pretty much all of the what fits. Now we're just gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. All right, guys, so I really hope that this video was helpful in showing you the many different ways that you can pack this Toiletry 25. I think this is a really great size for, you know, travel or even using as an everyday makeup bag. I do intend to probably keep like my most used makeup in this even when I'm not traveling. That way when I'm getting ready in the morning, I can just quickly grab from this and I don't have to go through all my drawers of makeup to find things. So far I'm really happy with this purchase. Now obviously I haven't actually traveled with it, but after packing everything in it, which by the way, that was my first time doing that on camera. That was the first time since I got this, because I just got this piece and I was really trying to get these videos filmed. That way you can see, you know, what's in them or what can fit in here. But I'm really impressed with everything that fits. Now I will say, when I bought this, my intention was to put my toiletries and my makeup in here, but it's honestly just not big enough for that, you know, and I don't mind having to put my toiletries in something else and just putting my makeup in here, or vice versa. It's fine, it's not a big deal, especially because sometimes the TSA will want to see your liquids in a see-through bag, so it's probably just easier to, you know, maybe put those in something else. I do have some TSA like clear bags for toiletries, so I'm not really that upset that this doesn't work the way I kind of thought it would. But I guess if you were somebody that really just didn't use a lot of makeup and you could minimize your toiletries, you could fit both things in here. Like if I was somebody that only wore eyeliner, mascara, powder, concealer, a lipstick, and that was it, I could definitely fit that stuff in here with the toiletries, no problem. But if you are somebody that does carry around, you know, bronzer, highlight, palettes, single eyeshadows, just more of an involved full face, and you like to have multiple lip options and multiple palette options, then obviously you're gonna have to choose. Do you want it for makeup or do you want it for your toiletries? I was actually really impressed by the number of toiletries that fit in this, especially because some of the toiletry items that I had in here they were bigger size. Like they were, you know, sometimes if you get like smaller travel bottles, you can kind of fit them a little more, but the Head & Shoulders travel bottles were actually quite big and it all fit in here. So again, I'm really impressed with how much this baby can hold. And of course, I could have probably squeezed some more smaller things in makeup wise and toiletry wise, but I'm not really one to want to like totally overpack my bag, especially because when I open it up when I get to my destination, I don't want everything just to be spilling out. Or if I'm at the airport and TSA wants to open it, I don't want everything spilling out. So, you know, I think that's one reason I also want to put makeup in this, because I don't really have a ton of liquid makeup products at this point, since for travel, I'll probably just bring like my stick foundation. They most likely won't even need to go in this, but if they do, you know, obviously at least I can have it to where nothing's gonna spill out. And I also was really impressed with the Jeffree Star makeup bag with my brushes, or it was actually a brush bag, that it could fit in here too and fit a full face of makeup. That's probably how I'm gonna do it actually, just because I don't intend to bring a ton of makeup. But again, definitely subscribe so you can see my pack with me videos that will be coming. I do want to take you through everything I'm going to bring on my trip, and I'm going to pack my suitcase and this, and I'll do all that. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, then definitely subscribe so you don't miss it. But I pretty much rambled on enough. I really hope that this video was helpful, because when I was watching review videos, I was finding myself wanting to see more of the what fits. I wasn't seeing a ton of it, and I wasn't really catering to what I specifically wanted to see go inside this bag. So I really hope that there was something in here for you that will help you in deciding, you know, if you should get this bag. If there's any questions you have, definitely let me know in the comments. I love answering your questions and helping you find the right piece for you. And I just love doing that. So if you have any questions at all, or want to know if something can fit, and if I have that item, then I can definitely answer that question for you. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.